from Vet Triage. We're going to go through this brand new article that was published February 21st, 2025 from dvm360. I'll have the link to the article in the description below in the video, and feel free to spread it around. This article is titled, "Will Emergency Relief Veterinary Practice Continue to Grow?" And it's written by me, of course. An industry expert provides the pros and cons of temporary placements of veterinarians in hospitals. So we'll go through it. The author is Chief Medical Officer for Vet Triage, a veterinary telehealth service. Over the past 2 decades, the veterinary field has seen a drastic increase in relief veterinary practice. Many doctors are choosing to change their career trajectory from practicing as full-time veterinarians and creating a robust clientele in their community at a single hospital to becoming relief veterinarians at general practices, urgent care, and emergency hospitals. The factors most commonly reported to have a strong effect on mobile or relief veterinarians' decisions to leave their previous job include administration, culture, leadership, feeling their voice was heard, and workplace schedule. Furthermore, the majority of mobile and relief practitioners report feeling satisfied with their work-life balance. So mobile 78%, relief 91%, as well as availability for children, mobile 84%, relief 84%, and other family members, mobile 85%, relief 87%. However, based on discussions with emergency hospital practice owners, the per diem trend may be drying out for this subset of the industry. The financial weight of providing travel and hotel accommodations for relief veterinarians and emergency practices can be stifling, and dedicating salaries for such positions no longer appears justifiable for some practices. Anecdotally, from the viewpoint of relief veterinarians in general practice and urgent care settings, despite anticipation from the veterinarian shortage will worsen, the gap in veterinary care, or at least the need for relief veterinarians, may have plateaued or even be decreasing. In emergency care, for example, some veterinarians are desiring more permanent roles, so fewer hospitals are utilizing emergency relief doctors. With that comes natural shifts in hospitals and clinics to adjust their requirement for permanent emergency veterinarians to be more in line with current trends and practitioner desires. More emergency hospitals are requiring a commitment of 3 12-hour shifts per week to provide relief veterinarians with a more consistent work-life balance, while providing clients and patients with more consistent veterinary care, standardizations and trainings, and consistency with policies and procedures. The following list provides more insight into the challenges and benefits of relief veterinary medicine from the perspective of hiring practices and practitioners. Sources of frustration among practices seeking relief practitioners. There can be a lack of consistency and loyalty. Clients tend to prefer veterinarians with whom they already have an established relationship with, especially when de-escalating an unfortunate situation with a case. Cases needing or desiring continuity of care or that are chronic are hindered. Hospital protocols and standards are not honored. Attempting to accommodate each relief veterinarian's schedules can be laborious. Each relief veterinarian has their limitations. Compensation can be difficult to keep in line with Internal Revenue Service requirements regarding independent contractor pay. Some cases require diagnostic workups or rely on diagnostic submissions to an external laboratory. Requesting they tackle laboratory results and review prior records for a particular case brings additional stress to the practice. And finally, revenue for the practice can be underwhelming. Now, here are some benefits for practices seeking relief veterinarians. Clients who do not need or desire to see a veterinarian whom they already have an established relationship with value are happy being seen by any veterinarian. Urgent or emergency care concerns and walk-ins are taken care of by relief veterinarians. A sudden departure from an associate veterinarian can be covered. Relief is provided for solo practitioners. The practice is maintained while seeking permanent associate veterinarians. Losing clients can be prevented. Because providing veterinary relief often results in relief for the entire team, the permanent staff is retained. Practices that can leverage in-house diagnostics can leverage their relief veterinarian diagnostician skills. Associate veterinarians can take time off. A facility can be accommodated in its growth phase when it's not in a financial position to support an associate veterinarian, and relief shifts can function as a working interview for practices looking to hire and relief veterinarians looking for permanent work. Now, here are some negative attributes to relief work for veterinarians. They maintain their own bookkeeping and billing. They can face long commutes. There is occasional unwanted pressure to be hired by the facility. Appointments can be scheduled inappropriately so that the relief veterinarian is unable to complete their medical records before their shift ends or must charge the practice for overtime. variations in practice standards for and professional personal ethics may not match their own. There may be a lack of feedback on cases. There may be a lack of personal interactions with clients. There can be a lack of closure with cases. Veterinary client-patient relationship guidelines are challenging. Practice or DEA licensing or licensure applications are a hindrance and can limit how much work can be given. And then the benefits to relief veterinarians: they can rejuvenate their passion for veterinary medicine. A sense of worth, appreciation, camaraderie, and personal fulfillment can result when giving their colleagues relief. There is flexible scheduling. There can be a satisfactory salary. They gain exposure to how different practices operate. They can expand their professional prowess. They can achieve and maintain their desired work-life balance. If permanent work is desired, relief work allows the veterinarian to investigate local practices, deciding on a work environment that fits them best. Typically, there is a lack of exposure to negative cultural aspects to a practice. There are no substantial management duties or expectations, and no involvement in ordering and maintaining supplies or inventory. And there are traveling opportunities to explore new areas outside of work. So the takeaways are: as the field of veterinary medicine evolves, schedule flexibility and work-life balance will likely increase in importance, making careers in non-practice settings more desirable. Traditional brick-and-mortar clinics should note that dissatisfaction with administration, office/hospital culture might drive their employees to pursue other career avenues such as relief or mobile practice. And then it has here a bio for me and my references. So there were a few things in the article that did get cut out due to a limitation in length. And there, of course, you can see some grammatical errors as well, which I'll let dvm360 know about, and hopefully they can fix. But essentially, the key points here is that there's plenty of pros and cons to diving in. It does seem that relief work is just going away. Both parties have enough frustration and limitations to it that it doesn't seem to be warranted. From the practice viewpoint, the fundamentals is financially it doesn't seem worth it to hire the vets for relief anymore, and they need to focus their revenue on other things and trying to hire and headhunting, maybe joining conferences and exhibiting there, improving their practices, making it a place that you can attract a veterinarian easier. And then for the relief doctors, a lot of them are going into at-home euthanasias and mobile practices, home concierge type service, because I think that relief work is not as fulfilling as they had hoped for. It can certainly be a nice source of revenue and work-life balance, but a lot of these veterinarians, especially even new grads that are starting their own businesses and doing at-home euthanasias, home visitations, mobile facilities. So hopefully you found the article useful. Let me know any feedback that you have, and thanks for supporting the channel. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.